Mark Anthony here for Sigma TV. I'm with TJ from Finixio. TJ, how's it going?
Really good, thanks Mark, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. TJ, is this your first time at a Sigma conference?
Actually not, I've been to I think 3 or 4 Sigma conferences in the past, absolutely love it. That's why I keep coming back.
What difference have you seen from one expo to the other so far?
So I've attended a couple of big names as in the expo wise, and the one thing I love about Sigma first of all is the networking opportunities you get here, and especially the talent. So like I was literally just speaking with Evan, and again just meeting him, speaking with him and picking his brain is fantastic. Like, I remember the last event I attended for Sigma in Dubai. Got to obviously had a chat with John Lee, obviously I met the Wolf of Wall Street, the big man himself, and obviously Gary Vee, like just picking their brains up and actually being in the same sort of space with them is just fantastic, and I don't think I got that sort of experience anywhere else. So yeah, Sigma is unbelievable for me. So yeah, I keep coming back. Absolutely.
I have a quick question for you, TJ. There's of course you circulate a lot around the Web3 sphere, yeah. What's your thoughts about the current state of Web3?
Well, Web3 is the future of internet. Like we actually just spoke about it on a panel that we just had, and like the way we do things on a day-to-day basis, they're all gonna be like just getting taken over by Web3. And I'm not saying in a bad way; it's actually gonna be in a good way, because they will make everything much more easier. Like we add an example I just gave. So we all carry passport, right? So obviously passport expires after 10 years. If you lose it, you're gonna have to reissue or renew or whatever. Imagine just having your passport linked to a blockchain ID, and your passport never expires. So you go to the airport and you give the security man, well, that's my blockchain ID. It looks it up, or your passport is there, all your visas, when you go issued and everything, wherever you travel, it's all there. So small little things that obviously you will like, well, we don't need to change it. I know we don't need to change it, but it will make much more sense and it will be much more easier for us to have Web3 incorporated on a day-to-day basis. It just makes life easier. And like the perfect example I give is Nokia. We all had Nokias back in the days, and obviously when the smartphone technology came about, Nokia decided not to change. They wanted to just stick to their phone models. And I remember listening to the CEO in a speech saying, we didn't do anything wrong, but somehow we lost. So the goal here, the motive is, Web3 is happening, it's going to happen, there's no denying the fact. So the only thing you can do, learn about it, prepare about it, and get ready for the change, and adapt the change. Otherwise you're going to get left behind. That's it.
TJ, I also understand that you had a panel today,
yeah.
Right? Would you like to elaborate a bit more about what was discussed?
So we talked about obviously Web 2 to Web 3 changes. What are the changes that's going to come? How it's going to impact our day-to-day life? Obviously we talked about the example just now, and how the governments and regulators will obviously going to be looking into it, and what can they do, and what sort of Web 3 projects you can invest in and stuff as well. So on that, obviously what we talked about governments and regulators, and my previous experience, I've dealt with a lot of regulators in the past, and what I believe, even the government in there as well, that they need to start understanding and agreeing with the fact that it's going to happen. Web3 is here to stay, crypto is here to stay, blockchain is here to stay, and it's going to make the life easier for everyone, not just people, even governments can use the technology on their day-to-day stuff as well. So they need to start with obviously learning about Web3, learning about blockchain, learning about cryptos, getting to conferences like Sigma, hanging out with the experts, picking their brains up, getting their knowledge, and then implementing that knowledge in obviously their day-to-day stuff, what they can do with supply chain management, their various tasks in the government offices, and also setting up a regulatory framework. Because at the moment, the approach is one shoe fit all. That's not going to work in crypto or Web3. So pick up the brains here, get the knowledge you need from the conferences, and then consult with the experts and set up a regulatory framework with a balance, which is the key thing here, of promoting innovation and also protecting consumer interests.
Thank you very much for that, TJ.
Right.
Do you feel as though together with Finixio at this expo, were you able to obtain all the goals that you've set yourself for?
Yeah, so the main thing obviously here, coming to Brazil for the first time with Sigma, is actually getting to meet some of our partners that we obviously don't meet, because there's not that many conferences that happen in South America, or the people or our partners from Brazil, Mexico, Colombia, they don't really travel to Europe for conferences. Some do, some don't. So the first thing was to actually meeting existing partners, obviously just appreciating the fact that we work together, they work with us, and they trust us with the business. So just to say thank you for entrusting their trust. And also speaking with some new partners, because at the end of the day, We are exploring new markets. Yes, we have a big share of business in UK, US, Europe, and Southeast Asia, but South America or Latin in general, it's not our biggest market, but we obviously want to develop that to the biggest market. So speaking to some partners and obviously closing those deals, that would have been fantastic. And again, like I said, improving my own knowledge and improving my own mindset, hanging out with the right people, it's just invaluable.
TJ, is it safe to say that we will be sitting down in this very same place this time next year?
Absolutely, 100%.
Fantastic. Will you be also willing to take another panel?
Yeah, I would love to.
Brilliant. TJ, I would very much love to thank you very much for coming over here, taking time out of your busy schedule and elaborating on what is that Finixio is currently doing, ideas about your Web3, and just thank you very much for spreading your knowledge, and I wish you happy networking, and we'll be seeing you hopefully at the next Sigma.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, Mark.
My
It was
pleasure,
a
my pleasure.
Thank you so much.